everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend.
How about you?
Yeah, housework, laundry.
Yeah, same
going
with
to the
me.
grocery store.
Yep, and it's another steamy day today.
So humid.
Yeah, the humidity is really high.
And it's going to get worse. We'll get to the weather in just a bit, but first, topping our headlines today, it's a skill many children learn, but one that many had to go without due to the pandemic. We're live near Lake Monona with why the return of swim lessons is coming at an important time.
10 people are confirmed dead as the long process of digging through the rubble in Miami continues. 151 people are still unaccounted for.
Plus, Joe Biden is visiting western Wisconsin tomorrow. He's in La Crosse to drum up support for his infrastructure bill. Let's take a look outside. We were on campus earlier today. We'll have that story coming up. It's a little sticky out there.
That's a beautiful shot, though.
That's where to be.
Yeah, that's where to be today. That's for sure.
More humidity, more storms. In other words, Dana's in the backyard where it's a little damp.
It is right now. Not from the rain, just the humidity currently. A little sticky outside for us, a little cloudy also. Here's a live look with our WIC TV sky cam. We're holding on to that cloud coverage through the evening, with our humidity creeping up just a little bit for us. 78 right now in Madison with variably cloudy skies. Dew points in the upper 60s. We have a light breeze, but honestly, it'd be nice if the wind would pick up just a little more so it didn't feel so just humid outside for us. 81 in Janesville, 82 right now in Boscobel, at about 77 in Lone Rock. So we're all sitting in a pretty mild spot for the afternoon with those dew points again climbing on up. Now, temperature-wise over the next few days, notice we're on an uptrend. So right now we're pretty close to average, but those temperatures are going to continue to climb as we look ahead to the next few days. High temperatures for tomorrow, yet again close to 80. It'll be warm and humid outside, with the possibility for some more showers and thunderstorms. So this humidity helping to fuel our next round of rain really building in as we look ahead to Tuesday and for Wednesday. As far as road conditions right now, the Beltline east and westbound looks smooth in downtown Madison. No delays for us this afternoon. That's some good news to see things going along smoothly on the interstate, also in Rock County. Now from Janesville to the Beltline, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and some Prairie to downtown. A quick 9-minute drive this evening. We will take a closer look at those rain chances over the next few days and a recap of the precipitation we saw over the weekend in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Dana, thank you. Well, summer has gotten off to a deadly start in Wisconsin just this weekend. A 7-year-old girl drowned in the Pecatonica River. 2 other children drowned last weekend in Lake Michigan.
It's a trend that no one wants to see continue, and it could be related to the pandemic. Our Amanda Quintana is live tonight at Monona Bay to explain. Amanda?
Many swim schools were closed most of last year due to COVID, so a lot of kids weren't able to practice those swimming skills under supervision. And with COVID still around, a lot of families are preferring to go outside, maybe be at a lake or a river instead of going inside to play in a pool. But many young kids may have lost some of those swimming skills. At Swim West in Fitchburg, they're just getting back to classes at pre-pandemic levels, and a lot of kids might have forgotten those safety measures that they learned before.
A lot of kids, I feel, have lost their confidence in the water just because it's been so long since they have had that experience to get to be able to just get in and go underwater and hold their breath. A lot of kids have forgotten how to do that.
The most important thing now is to get kids comfortable around the water again, but starting that process in a pool, not in natural water. That way they build up that muscle memory before heading out to a lake or a river where there's not as much control in the water. And of course, they should always have a life jacket on. There are a lot of Coast Guard approved life jackets, but some work better in open waters than others. So I'll show you a little bit about that at 5 o'clock.
We'll see you then. Amanda Quintana, thank you. Rescue workers in Surfside, Florida recovered another body overnight from that devastating building collapse, bringing the death toll to 10.
151 people remain unaccounted for. Mark Strassman has the latest.
Rescue workers created a bucket brigade as they removed concrete rubble the size of basketballs bit by bit.
We're going to continue and work ceaselessly.
Officials in Surfside, Florida say 5 days after the collapse, there is still reason for hope.
There's certain areas that we have not gotten to, but we've been able to place cameras that seem to have large enough spaces, voids, that occupants may still be in there.
First responders from Israel and Mexico are helping in the search. The team from Mexico, Sedania International, is using a dog named Oreo.
Because of the weight, she can go in other places that have more instability that another dog cannot go.
Some family members have criticized the search efforts, saying they're going too slowly. Over the weekend, relatives were escorted to the site where they got a first-hand look at the safety risks involved.
They witnessed a rescuer tumble 25 feet down the mountain. That is a perfect example of the situation that we're dealing with.
Federal investigators are also on the scene.
The people of Florida want to understand how could this happen, and then what could we do to make sure it doesn't happen again.
An assessment done by engineers in 2018 noted that in the garage, an abundant cracking and spalling of various degrees was observed in the concrete columns, beams, and walls. But an attorney for the Homeowners Association, as well as an engineer who spoke to CBS News, both said nothing warned of an imminent catastrophe. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Surfside, Florida.
Well, 6 people were injured this morning in a crash on I-90-94 near Mauston. It happened around 6:40 a.m. just north of County Road N. There's no word on how many vehicles were involved. The westbound lanes were closed for roughly 2 hours because of wreckage from the crash. Officials briefly shut down the eastbound lanes to allow for a med-flight helicopter to land.
Madison police are investigating an attempted homicide early this morning. Officers responded to a report of multiple shots fired just after 2 a.m. near the corner of West Gilman Street and North Henry Street. Around the same time, a 24-year-old man arrived at the hospital with a gunshot wound. The victim is expected to survive. Police say part of the shooting was caught on city security cameras. 2 vehicles could be seen on the video driving through the 200 block of West Gilman, and someone inside firing a gun at a group of people.
Over at the state capitol, advocates are pressuring the Biden administration to pass a pathway to citizenship for 11 million undocumented workers in the U.S. It's the end of a 9-day march from Milwaukee to Madison to call for action. The group chanted "Si se puede" as they marched, a Spanish phrase meaning "yes, you can," that is history in the farm worker movement led by Cesar Chavez. They want President Biden to fulfill a promise to pass citizenship for all in his first year in office.
The French ambassador to the U.S., Philippe Etienne, met with Governor Evers at the French House on the UW-Madison campus this afternoon. Etienne said he was interested in developing more relationships between Wisconsin and France, such as French immersion schools, and possibly collaborating on a French and Wisconsin delicacy, cheese.
The Rock County Public Health Department held a COVID-19 vaccination clinic today at Wilson Elementary School. This vaccination site was formed for the Latinx community, whose infection rates have been 2.5 times those not identified as Latinx. They used the Pfizer vaccine, so anyone 12 years old and up was eligible to receive this vaccine at no charge. Because the Pfizer vaccine requires a second dose, approximately 2 weeks after the first, a follow-up clinic is planned for Monday, July 19th.
Senator Ron Johnson is again drawing attention to those who say they've had an adverse reaction to the COVID-19 vaccine. Senator Johnson was joined by several others today who say they have experienced everything from neurological reactions and paralysis to other side effects so severe that it sent them to the hospital. Johnson says he is pro-vaccine and acknowledges that most people have had no lasting side effects from the COVID vaccines, although he contends those who have had adverse reactions deserve to be heard.
And I think that's the general experience of the people in this group that are going to be talking to you today.
Among the speakers today was former Green Bay Packers offensive lineman Ken Rutgers, who says his wife suffered a severe reaction to the Moderna vaccine. Medical experts at UW-Madison say they are aware of Senator Johnson's news conference and called it heartbreaking. Dave O'Connor is a pathology professor and has studied vaccines for 25 years. He told us he never expected that we would develop a vaccine this quickly and that it is safe and effective.
President Biden will be in Wisconsin tomorrow. He's coming to promote his infrastructure bill during a visit to La Crosse. The White House officially announced his trip last night. Biden is expected to travel with Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack. It'll be his second trip to Wisconsin as president. Well, the box office had its best weekend in 18 months. That's before the pandemic.
We'll find out what drew in moviegoers when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
Milk, 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 yeah. Guzzle milk, drink it all. Make a milk waterfall. Cookie milk, stack it tall. Milk with no rhythm at all. Make you run fast milk. Stay awake in class milk. Pour it by the glass milk. Is that a mustache milk? Boom, 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 base milk. Smile in your face milk. Go for the goal before you know you going all the way milk. Milky high, milky hey. I hope you have a milky day. Live your best life milk. You out this world, Milky Way. Put you on the spot milk. Question, got milk? Show us what you got. Hashtag got milk.
Certain HPV-related cancers?
You're not welcome here.
Get out of my face. HPV can cause certain cancers when your child grows up. Get in its way. HPV can affect males and females, and there's no way to predict who will or won't clear the virus. The CDC recommends HPV vaccination at age 11 or 12 to help protect against certain cancers. Hey, cancer, not
my
child. Don't wait. Talk to your child's doctor about HPV vaccination today.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. USAA.
Welcome back. Murky skies and drizzle could not dampen the enthusiasm of spectators arriving today for the start of the 134th Wimbledon Championships.
Wimbledon, of course, was canceled last year because of the pandemic. That happened for the first time since World War II. COVID-19 protocols mean this year's tournament will look and feel a little different. But one Wimbledon tradition remained firmly intact, the rain, delaying the scheduled start on the outside courts. Players will all be staying in a central London hotel to minimize the risks of COVID-19 infections.
Obviously, it's the atmosphere. I go to Roland Garros as well. Been to quite a few places abroad, and they're all good. But this is sort of, it's like a religion. You have to come. It's, you know, I used to go to church, but now I come here.
The crowds will be thinner with attendance limited to 50% of on-ground capacity, although hopefully rising to full houses on center court for the men's and women's finals on July 10th and 11th. Spaniard Rafael Nadal, whose 2008 win over Roger Federer is part of Wimbledon folklore, is not playing this year, and neither is reigning women's champion Simona Halep, nor Japan's four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka. Team USA athletes are geared up for gold with less than a month to go now before the start of the Summer Olympics in Tokyo. Sydney McLaughlin flew past the competition at the Olympic trials in Oregon yesterday. She ran the fastest ever 400-meter hurdles. The 21-year-old from New Jersey is primed for gold in Tokyo. So is Virginia's Grant Holloway, who missed a world record in the 110-meter hurdles by 1/100th of a second. There he is. And in gymnastics, four-time Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles secured her spot despite a fall from the balance beam. 18-year-old Suni Lee from Minnesota also locked up a place. But tennis superstar Serena Williams says she is not on the Olympic list, and she won't say why.
In the past has been a wonderful place for me, but I really haven't thought about it, and so I'm going to keep not thinking about it.
The 23-time Grand Slam singles champion said earlier this year that Tokyo may not be in the cards for her because COVID restrictions would not allow her to bring her 3-year-old daughter Olympia. Despite growing concerns about COVID, the Olympic torch is getting closer to Tokyo. The games begin on July 23rd.
Another record-setting day on Wall Street for some. The Dow Industrials lost 150 points, closing at 34,283. However, the NASDAQ and S&P 500 both set fresh all-time highs. F9, the latest movie in the Fast saga, scored the biggest opening weekend since before the pandemic.
You'd have to go back 18 months to Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker to find a movie with a bigger opening weekend.
So is the movie worth seeing? Let's find out from our film critic, Will Loper.
Hey, Mark and Susan. The 9th Fast and Furious film, F9, opened in theaters this weekend and easily took #1 at the box office.
No matter how fast you are,
I am not too big.
no one outruns their past.
The Fast crew is basically a group of superhumans at this point, and this time is no different. The stunts are bigger than ever.
We've taken out planes, trains, tanks, and now we got cars flying in the air.
And the series, known for pitting its beefcakes like The Rock and Jason Statham against each other, brings in another well-known hunk, John Cena, playing Dom Toretto's evil brother.
Brother against brother. This should be interesting.
At this point in the series, you know if you're a fan of the Furious films or not. Those who like it will find plenty to enjoy in this 9th film.
We the soldiers.
Also in theaters is a sequel I'm not sure anyone asked for, The Boss Baby Family Business.
We need to work together to save the family business.
We're going to have to face evil babies, creepy babies.
Don't look at me.
Jail yard babies.
I like glue.
And ninja babies?
Over on streaming services, new on Netflix is the animated film America the Motion Picture. Channing Tatum voices a chainsaw-wielding George Washington in the parody of the Founding Fathers.
Oh, I got it.
I can't ask you to go in there with me.
Yeah, good, because no.
Great. Good luck.
Newly streaming on Disney Plus is the documentary Wolfgang.
Life with my stepfather was really rough. He would say, "You're never gonna be anything. If you are a real man, stay out of the kitchen." But the kitchen was the only place where I felt safe. I decided at that moment, I want to prove him wrong.
The biopic covers the life of famous chef Wolfgang Puck.
Wolf got to know all the movie stars. The age of the celebrity chef had begun.
Everything was a huge success. But I asked myself, who am I?
And coming this Friday to Amazon Prime is the film The Tomorrow War.
Welcome to the future. You and your unit are now in 2051.
We're everywhere. There's still a chance that we can stop this war from ever happening. So we gotta fight.
And just to make us all feel old, this week marks the 30-year anniversary of The Devil Wears Prada.
All right, everyone, gird your loins.
Watch the movie that made Meryl Streep stop method acting after she felt too mean playing the nasty fashion magazine boss Miranda Priestley.
You have no style or sense of fashion.
Well, I think that depends on what you're...
No. That wasn't a question.
The film is currently available to purchase for $5 on VOD platforms.
Is there some reason that my coffee isn't here? Has she died or something?
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Hello? Where are you? Oh, I'm almost there. Yeah.
Well, that's worth seeing.
That's a good one, yeah. I'd like to see the Wolfgang Puck documentary. That looks interesting.
Very interesting. Disney Plus.
And are you an F?
I've seen a couple. I haven't seen all 8 before this.
Yeah, it looks good though.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right. 2 naked men in Australia were arrested over the weekend.
But keep going, Susan. It wasn't the naked part that got them in trouble. We'll find out what it was when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
This workplace, here in West Dallas, is full of talented people who build and assemble the supplies our U.S. government needs. But that's not all. It's also full of employees who are proud to call each other family. Employees like Shamika and her uncle Will. See how a career at Industries for the Blind and Visually Impaired can bring people and community together. And see how you can be a part of it at ibvican.org.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin? If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to dentalnow.com to see how easy it is to save on dental bills.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Big trucks can be intimidating. If you've been seriously injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. You don't want to take on the insurance company alone. Gruber Law Offices has the experience, the resources, and of course, the results. We know truck law. We know the rules and regulations. We know what it takes to win. Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Well, take a look at this. This one's a stretch, but if you happen to be in the neighborhood of Waiawega, you can check out the unofficial world champion of string cheese. At over 3,800 feet long, the stupendous string allowed a local dairy to challenge the current Guinness World Record holder, which is, you guessed it, the very same dairy.
Oh, that's great.
Everybody got to keep a piece of the cheese when they're done.
Just don't nibble what you're holding on the line.
Or put it right just where your hands were.
Well, 2 men in Australia have been fined for violating Sydney's lockdown after they were spotted sunbathing naked in a national park.
Police later found them lost in the bush after they apparently fled from a wild deer.
It's difficult to legislate against idiots, but you know, clearly
putting people at risk by leaving home without a proper reason. And I think then not only on top of that, but then getting lost in the national park and diverting important resources away from the health operation. I think they should be embarrassed.
I'm sure they are.
Yes.
They were each fined $760 for violating Sydney's latest lockdown, which is in effect until at least July 9th to curb an outbreak of the fast-spreading Delta coronavirus variant. It's like that show Naked and Afraid or whatever.
Yeah, they were really putting themselves out there. Who runs away from a deer? Also,
It's a wild deer.
all of them are wild.
Is no fine for being naked in public?
In a national, I don't know. I'm not.
This is all news you can use.
This is all,
More questions than answers.
Way more questions than answers. It's not a sunbathing kind of day, guys.
No.
That's down under it apparently was.
Oh, well, not up here. That's what we're focusing on now.
Isn't it winter down there?
It is. It is.
More questions.
More questions. More questions than answers. Stop it. Okay, so we are expecting some cloud coverage for us. So yes, no sunbathing.
And still sticky. The humidity's going to stay with us.
It's thankfully not too toasty outside, but still quite soupy outside. So we are going to look at the rain chances over the next few days right after the break.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Hurry in for a low $219 per month lease on the 2021 Rogue.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Menards Garden Center has everything you need to enjoy your yard all summer long. Check out our selection of Cutter outdoor products. From individual insect repellents to whole yard control, Cutter is here to help. Don't let pesky bugs ruin your summer. Cutter Backyard Bug Control attaches to your hose and kills insects for up to 12 weeks. Get 11% off all Cutter Bug Control products. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The body you are randomly assigned at birth shouldn't determine how well you are cared for or how hard we work to find answers, partners, and hope. We make medicine, not just for some, but for everyone.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Hurry in for 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It is still cloudy outside. It is still muggy outside for us right now, but much of the steady rainfall currently north of I-90. Now, we have had a few isolated showers pass through, but on our high-resolution loop right now, it really doesn't look like we're picking up anything. Some folks might feel a little drizzle, not enough that we are going to pick it up on the radar, and those steadier showers still up to the north. Now, I want to backtrack a little bit over the weekend. In the last 24 hours, we've seen a little bit of rain, some isolated spots picking up some accumulation. We go back over the last 48 hours. That puts us back to Saturday afternoon and evening. And overall, for much of late Saturday throughout the day, Sunday, and of course through today, the heavier rainfall has been to the north and then backing it up even further. This goes all the way back to Friday evening. In the last 72 hours, the heaviest rainfall has certainly been to the northwest, where some areas of Crawford County near Gays Mills picking up almost a foot of rainfall Friday night into Saturday morning, where when we look a little southwest of Madison, barely a tenth of an inch for parts of Dane County. So why are we looking at the big picture? We just had a very different story over the course of the weekend throughout southern Wisconsin. Some folks picking up significant rainfall this weekend, others barely anything, not enough to even make an impact on our drought status. So when we're talking about the opportunity for rain for the next few days, some folks could be looking at the potential for some flooding concerns, while other areas just looking at a little light rain coming through. So it's really important when we're talking about scattered showers or isolated showers. While you might not see rain right out your window, other folks could certainly be picking up a lot of rain. Like right now, we have a cloudy sky in Madison. I don't think anybody's quite seen a lot of sunshine coming down currently, but I wouldn't be surprised if some folks are seeing a little drizzle spots in areas that we might not be quite picking up on the radar currently. So the scene for us overnight, having the chance for some showers and thunderstorms, again, like what we saw over the weekend. Some folks might not see anything. Others will have a few isolated showers through this evening and overnight. As we look ahead to Tuesday, we yet again see scattered showers and thunderstorms passing through, but some areas will stay dry while others will pick up measurable rainfall for Tuesday. That's one of the benefits of having such a wide viewing area for us. We get all corners of southern Wisconsin, and sometimes the forecast can be very different for some counties, even just counties and towns right next door to each other. Overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday, we still have scattered rain chances, but for Wednesday, a little drier pattern to start the day. High temperatures trending in the 80s. These accumulation totals don't hold so tight to the numbers. Just know that some folks will pick up, again, a little more rain than others. In general, our temperature trend, aside from our stepping away from the precipitation, our temperature trend on the warmer end as we look towards the start of July, moving into July. Warm and humid for tomorrow. Scattered showers and thunderstorms possible for us. The better opportunity Wednesday and Thursday, building in the afternoon and evening with a chance for showers and thunderstorms. And then drier weather will be popping in for 4th of July weekend. So that'll be good news to be back to some sunshine with temperatures near 80 degrees, which is seasonal, where we should be for this time of year, right around 80 plus or minus a degree. A little warmer, though, looking ahead to next week when we start to see highs in the mid 80s. So sometimes, Mark, it rains at your house, but it doesn't rain at Susan's house, so you don't need to email me and tell me that it's not raining where you're at.
Did I email you?
No, you didn't.
Good, because I don't remember.
Yeah. It might have happened.
I can't believe it's the 4th of July already.
Already. Yeah. It's slowly building in here. Soon we're going to be talking about October at this rate. Time doesn't make sense anymore.
No, it's true. It's true. All right, thanks, Dana.
A popular home test to screen for colon cancer has been followed by an unexpected medical bill for some people, leading to concerns they may put off life-saving care.
Colon cancer can be highly treatable if it's caught early, and colonoscopies are provided at no cost to most people over 45. Consumer investigative correspondent Anna Werner has more.
You're clearly someone who takes care of yourself, so why wait to screen for colon cancer?
You may have seen these frequent commercials for Cologuard, a mail-in colon cancer screening kit that tests stool for blood and other abnormalities.
Tell me more.
I had seen the commercial for, a couple of years probably.
55-year-old Leanne Bryant of Missouri was intrigued.
I thought, hey, this screening at home that I can do sounds pretty easy compared to a full-blown colonoscopy.
So in August, she called her insurance company.
They said yes, they would be fully covered because I didn't want to be caught with, an unexpected bill.
She sent in her sample and waited for an email with her results. To her surprise, the test came back positive.
I could have a polyp. I could have colon cancer.
She needed a colonoscopy after all. To her relief, it was normal. But then the bills started arriving.
I start getting statements from my hospital saying that I have a balance of $1,900.
$1,900?
Yes, I'm thinking, well, I certainly don't owe that much. I mean, that's not possible.
But it was. Under the Affordable Care Act, only routine screening tests are covered. Because Bryant's Cologuard result was positive, her colonoscopy was coded as an uncovered diagnostic test. Turns out her insurance company refused to fully cover her because she used Cologuard first.
Unfortunately, in some cases, people with a positive non-invasive test like Cologuard will have to pay out of pocket to get their colonoscopy.
The University of Michigan's Dr. Mark Fendrick, who studies medical pricing problems, worries when people find out their colonoscopies might not be covered, they won't get them, even with a risk of having colon cancer.
The fact that the people who are deemed to be at higher risk, that it's not easy financially or otherwise to get the colonoscopy makes absolutely no sense to me.
So what does the manufacturer of Cologuard have to say? Exact Sciences CEO Kevin Conroy agrees there's a problem.
If one person gets a bill associated with screening, it's one person too many.
But after we started asking questions, Conroy says the company decided it needed to add new language to its website, saying although millions of patients have access to this follow-up colonoscopy with no out-of-pocket costs, not all do.
You raising this helped us, it helped highlight what we can do better, and so we're always looking for ways to improve.
I'm Cologuard.
But we noticed that those frequent TV ads, although noting that the Cologuard cost itself is covered by most insurance, don't mention that a follow-up colonoscopy may not be covered.
Could you add something to the television ads, which are what most people see, just to give them a heads up about a potential unexpected bill?
We think what we're doing is so appropriate. If what you do is scare people away from getting screened altogether, there is a significant cost associated with that.
Leanne Bryant says she wishes those ads had given her some warning.
I don't want to say it's a sham, but in a way, it's just kind of taken advantage of people. If it happened to me, I know that it's going to happen to a lot of people.
Researcher Fendrick says any problems with the ads wouldn't matter if the entire colon cancer screening process was required to be covered by insurance.
I'm hopeful that your story will not only raise awareness among your watchers, but also among the payers for them to see how really irrational that policy is.
Now, Cologuard does have a program to help people file an appeal if they do get that unexpected bill for a follow-up colonoscopy.
Brian finally won her appeal with her insurance company to get her $1,900 back, but it took her 5 months to get it resolved. Well, coming up on Live at 4, a California teen is recovering from a history-making heart and liver transplant.
And then coming up next hour at 5, our Naomi Coles tells us about someone who received unemployment benefits and then was forced to pay over $30,000 back. That's coming up at 5.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. It doesn't make me feel good about myself. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip in your mouth for 30 minutes.
I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth. The power swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm gonna gag or I'm gonna go play football.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With power swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Show off your white smile this 4th of July and call for your 5-minute solution. Order power swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free. Plus, you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Ahead at 5, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson is speaking out about side effects of the COVID vaccine, how the White House is responding.
With more humidity, scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely tonight and tomorrow. As the humidity drops later this week, the rain chances will wind down and end by Friday. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, typically the unemployment office owes you money, but one woman finds herself on the other side of things. Why she owes thousands of dollars to the state tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Here's a live look from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Another cloudy day. Very humid out there. Maybe some severe weather tomorrow. Keep an eye on that. A California teenager is recovering after receiving not 1 but 2 organs to save his life.
It's estimated fewer than 20 children in the U.S. have ever received a heart and liver transplant.
Dina Demetrius has more on the remarkable story of survival.
14-year-old Mark Trapp can't wait to get back to playing sports now that he has a new heart and liver.
I'm just so grateful, and I'm happy that I can enjoy my life now.
I just want everyone to know how Mark is just an amazing child.
Mark was born with hypoplastic right heart syndrome, leaving his right heart chamber underdeveloped and unable to pump blood. He had 3 open heart surgeries since birth and suffered complications after the last, which can lead to liver damage.
The only solution to that was to find a way for him to have 2 heart ventricles. And the only way to do that is by replacing his heart.
As Mark waited years for a heart, he deteriorated, and the team at Children's Hospital Los Angeles decided a heart and liver transplant was his best chance.
It was hard because they came in the room and they told both of us. So I'm trying to stay strong for him and show him that I don't want to break down because everything is going to be okay.
Mark waited more than 5 months in the hospital for his transplant.
It was very long, and I had to be patient. I was just anxious and frustrated.
In February, he finally got his new heart and liver during a 17-hour procedure.
We've never had somebody that required a liver transplant at the same time. This was new territory for us. So we did a lot of preparation for this procedure.
Mark has a message for other kids facing challenges.
Days are going to be hard, and you're going to be mad, sad, frustrated. You just have to keep going and stay strong through those times.
Now with his new lease on life, he's looking forward to what the future holds. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
More than 100 staff at Children's Hospital Los Angeles were involved in planning Mark's transplant.
Angels among us.
Quite
wow,
remarkable.
it really is.
Well, if you're like a lot of people, you'll probably be grilling out this upcoming 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, the weather's going to be good for it. We'll get some grilling tips from an expert, a UW meat scientist. They know what they're doing around the grill. You'll learn a few things when Live at 4 continues. Look at that.
Welcome to beautiful Greene County and the Meyer Homestead. Meet Jeremy, Kelsey, and Landon. Hi, Landon. You guys, tell me a little bit about the family legacy of dairy farming right here on this property.
My grandpa moved here when he was 20 years old and worked for 40 years. And then when I was 20, bought some herd of cows and started on my own. So,
when you were younger watching your grandpa, did you think that, you know what, I want to do this someday?
I was their age when I said I wanted to farm right here.
Yeah.
So I'm living the dream.
Absolutely. How about cow care? You hear a lot about that, but how do you make sure that you guys are taking the best care of your cows as possible?
Ultimately, the old saying when I was growing up, and it's still true, if you take care of the cows, they'll take care of you. We have to put our cows first just so we can continue to do what we love.
And as parents, I mean, you guys have 2 young sons. Benefits of dairy products, obviously important to you guys as parents, but just kind of enlighten the viewers a little bit as far as those dairy product benefits.
Yeah, dairy is so important to us feeding young boys. It's full of essential nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin D, iron, and it also has a lot of protein, which for me as a mom running after 2 very active young boys is so helpful. It also helps recover your muscles and keeps you feeling full during the day.
Yep, I love it, absolutely. How can viewers support you guys, especially your family here?
Yeah, so buying local dairy products. We're in June Dairy Month, which is my favorite month of the year, celebrating all things dairy. And along with that, there's so many fun, unique events throughout the state. So whether that's a local dairy breakfast or other local events, so I would definitely check those out.
From Monroe, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra, not today, dry eye.
Right now, we're not seeing any major delays for us through downtown, through much of Dane County. Actually, things are looking pretty smooth. A few slowdown spots along the Beltline as you get closer to John Nolan, but otherwise east and westbound looking pretty good this evening. And the interstate through Rock County, north and southbound, smooth. From Janesville to the Beltline, 26 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and Sun Prairie to downtown. A quick 9-minute drive this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Thank you. One of the biggest grilling weekends of the year is almost here.
There is more to grilling successfully than you may realize.
We visited one of the UW-Madison's meat science experts at the brand new Meat Science and Animal Biologics Discovery Building on campus.
Beautiful.
Jeff Sindelar shared tips to have you grilling like a pro.
Well, grilling, golly, what a fun activity. You know, millions and millions of Americans and thousands of people in Wisconsin enjoy this every year. And we've got a couple of grills set up, one just a standard gas grill. And then we also have a charcoal grill. We can have a couple different options. One is using what's called a lump charcoal. They're actually pieces of wood that are burned without oxygen, so they're partially burned. Very, very unique product, and it creates a really unique flavor profile. The second fuel source is what most Americans utilize, which is briquettes. And these are small pieces of wood like sawdust and some other things that are basically formed into these nice little briquettes. And they're very easy to use and do a really great job of grilling.
Charcoal versus gas.
Yeah.
What's better?
Yeah, well, right? So the fun thing about grilling is that everybody's an expert at grilling. And because of that, everybody has an opinion, and what their opinion is and how they grill is the right way, right? So here's an example of a ribeye steak as well as a New York strip steak. So these are generally tender steaks. You can grill them on high heat, and you can grill them relatively fast, and they'll maintain a really nice juiciness, and they won't get tough and dry. I also brought a little bit of a tougher steak. So a lot of people don't think about grilling round steaks or chuck steaks or maybe even flank steaks, but you really can. You just have to think about what happens when you grill them. So round steaks come from the muscles that animals use to move. And because of that, those muscles are stronger. And then because of that, they're a little bit tougher. So it's very important to cook a round steak very differently than you would like a New York strip or ribeye. So, a ribeye or New York strip, high heat and fast. A round steak or a chuck steak or some of those steaks that are a little bit tougher, low and slow. Chicken does really well on grills. You have to be a little bit careful with chicken. These are just some chicken breasts because chicken tends to cook very quickly and can dry out very quickly. So applying a marinade or a brine really helps a normal chicken breast be like really awesome. Otherwise, just low and slow.
This is a commitment.
It is a commitment, and that is probably one of the most important points about grilling. This isn't like microwaving a meal.
Yes.
You have to plan for time and your attention to it correctly. Otherwise, things can go wrong really quick. First and foremost, food safety. So we are dealing with meat, and meat can have harmful bacteria. We place the cut on the grill, and you can do this before or after. So this is a little bit of a shortcut. So we put seasoning on.
Now, is there a magic time, or do you do it by you're just watching it? In other words, do you say 2 minutes on a side, or is it?
Yeah, really great question. So generally, I typically time it by a couple minutes each side, turn, and then make sure that we're using a thermometer to measure the temperature.
Do you put the lid on?
You can. I prefer not to, because when you put the lid on, sometimes you forget about it. So when you're grilling, you should never be more than arm's length away from your grill to make sure that you don't overcook a piece of meat.
What temperature are you looking for?
I am looking for about 130 degrees for medium rare, but 135 for medium, 135 to 140. Oops.
Now, do you have to let the steak rest?
Letting the steak rest for 5 or 10 minutes would be very advantageous. As you're cooking meat, and meat is about 70%, 75% water, that water is moving around, it's getting hot, it's maybe boiling a little bit, and so that water is trying to come out of the meat. So by letting it rest, we're actually letting it cool down a little bit and letting that water kind of equilibrate and equalize back in the cut. Use a clean cutting board, and again, don't use the same cutting board that you use for the raw. And if you did, clean it in between. Just look at that
looks
and
about perfect.
See how we did.
Look at that. Happy 4th of July.
Happy grilling.
Happy grilling.
And that was good.
If you need to do some shopping, by the way, before you fire up the grill, there is a retail meat store located just inside the entrance of the brand new Meat Science and Animal Biologics Discovery Building.
Yeah, it is a very impressive building, that's for sure. Bucky's Varsity Meats open to in-person shopping on Thursdays and Fridays from noon until 5 p.m. They also have curbside pickup during the week. $55 million for this building. We're going to have to take a tour of this.
We're going to take a tour of it and probably do a couple more stories over there. It was really interesting.
Great grilling tips.
Now, are you hungry?
I am hungry.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
Ready, roll playback. 3, 2, 1, roll playback.
He's here! He's here!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
Free installation on window siding and doors ends Wednesday. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just 1 day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
Talk
taco night is heartburn you can plan for. But surprise pizza means heartburn you didn't expect. New Zantac 360 Degrees contains the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn and works in as little as 15 minutes. New Zantac 360.
Ahead at 5, why one local woman owes the state $30,000 after a mix-up and why she's not alone. And the latest ahead of President Biden's Wisconsin visit and how close his infrastructure deal is to getting done.
A family's trip canceled due to COVID. Now, a local senior could be out $15,000 in airfare.
I'd like to get the money back.
Leah Lynchide gives you crucial booking tips to avoid airline woes. Call for action tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Here's a live look at Madison right now. A bit of sunshine trying to come through, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. As far as any rain chances, we could see some light drizzle in spots as we look across southern Wisconsin. The steadier showers are really up to the north for us right now. For tomorrow, highs close to 80. With some more showers and thunderstorms expected to develop. Another warm afternoon, another humid afternoon for us for your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales van ad.
Hurry in for a low $219 per month lease on the 2021 Rogue.
When it comes to weather, only one thing really matters: accuracy.
Only one station can be the best.
News 3 Now. First Warn Weather has the most accurate forecast, according to Weather Rate.
Count on First Warn Weather for your most accurate forecast.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn app, sponsored by Group Health Cooperative, and be prepared for anything headed our way.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
A Madison Magazine exclusive, the untold story of Nirvana on the 30th anniversary of Nevermind, and Madison's pivotal role in the band's runaway success. With never-seen photos and local accounts. Get your collector's issue of Madison Magazine on newsstands June 30th. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales van ad.
Hurry in for 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
In today's Final Touch, a lot of people collect cars.
And sometimes that collection gets out of hand. More than 40 antique vehicles occupy an almost 23,000 square foot space in Saudi Arabian collector Nassar El Masari's garage. It's a project years in the making. It was back in 1984 during a classic car race in Florence, Italy, that he first decided that he would one day own a classic car. Over the past 40 years, he's amassed a collection of vehicles, some of which date back to the Great Depression. One of his most prized possessions is a 1929 Cadillac, which rolled off the assembly line on Black Monday, the beginning of the